labels, titles, names. These are all things that are run by the world. These are all things that carry tremendous weight in this society. Okay? These are all things that can haunt you for the rest of your life, especially the negative names, the negative titles, and the negative labels. Okay? You could be insulted. Someone can call you a name when you were 5 years old, 10 years old, and that still haunts you up until your 20s, 30s, or even 40s. Because words carry a lot of weight. Words are very powerful. They say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. That is the biggest lie I have ever heard in my entire life, because words are more hurtful than sticks and stones. You could actually heal from a stick. You could heal from a stone. If someone throws a rock at you and bursts your head open, they can actually patch you up, stitch you in, and then over time your hair heals. That wound heals. If your arm is broken by a stick, over time they put it in a cast, and over time your body heals itself. But those words that you heard when you were a child, whether they be by your mother, your father, your cousin, your sister, or anybody else, a friend or a classmate, these things can haunt you up until adulthood or even until you die. Okay? Words, titles, names, labels, they carry so much weight. They say so much and so little at the same time. Another example can be is you meet a female can meet a guy and thinks he's handsome, he's gorgeous, he treats her right. He looks good. But the minute she finds out that he's a gardener or a garbage collector or anything that society deems inferior or beneath them, she wants nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with him. Sorry. A child can call their mother or father by their first name. That alone says a lot in itself. That tells you that the parent wasn't involved in the child's life. And the child, therefore, doesn't esteem the parent highly enough to call him by mother or mommy, daddy, or anything else like that. Because you weren't there, so you don't deserve this title. You weren't a mother. I would rather call my adopted parents mommy and daddy before I call you mommy and daddy, because you weren't there. Who are you? You are a sperm donor to me. Okay? That's all you did for me. That's all you did. Okay? So, another example can be when you go into work, your 9 to 5. Everybody that has a different title, their pay is determined by the title that they have. Secretary, CEO, CFO, assistant, manager, assistant manager. All of these things determine your pay, and society tells you that these things determine your worth. Okay? So therefore, the title and label and name that I can't stand, I absolutely detest. SICKLER. Oh my Lord. That word just cringe. I cringe at that word. I can't stand it. I detest it. I grotesque it. When you're speaking to me, please remove that out of your vocabulary. I don't care what the dictionary says. I don't care what you were taught in medical school. Do not call me a SICKLER. Okay? Just even think about that. Listen to how that sounds. SICKLER. SICKLER. You tell me about a SICKLER that I know nothing of. If I knew nothing about sickle cell anemia, and you say that I'm about to treat a SICKLER, or I'm about to meet someone that is a SICKLER, my first thought would be someone that looks like they have leprosy. Okay? Looks like they have boils on their skins and sores and all of these things. Looks like their skin is rotting. That's my first thought. I'm thinking of someone like the mummy from the movie The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, where their skin is still juicy right before he started getting his flesh back, and his skin was still deteriorating and just decomposing and all of that. I'm thinking of someone like that. I'm thinking of someone frail. I'm thinking of someone weak. I'm thinking of someone that if you even look at them, you catch what they got. You touch them, they start breaking into pieces. You see what I'm saying? So you have asthmatic, diabetic, SICKLER. Now, if you didn't know what any of these three things were, Okay, say you don't know nothing about asthma, diabetes, or sickle cell, and you heard these three terms. Which one sounds the worst to you? Keep in mind, I'm not saying any illness or I'm not saying any illness is worse than the other. I'm just saying, out of all of these terms, these names, these titles, which one sounds the worst to you? Sickler. Why? 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 I don't like that term. Okay? I refuse to be called that term. And you shouldn't allow anyone to call you that term either. Alright? I've had too many cases where people, doctors, nurses, and transporters alike are all shocked to see and find out that I am at the hospital for a sickle cell treatment. Okay? They're shocked. I actually had a porter that tell me that I was the wellest one that he ever seen. A nurse was surprised that I didn't stay overnight like normal sicklers do. Okay, I had a doctor that lectured me when I was about 12 or 13 telling me that, hey, if you were to go in the places that I've been to and asking for a sickle cell treatment, they would turn you away and say, you're lying, you're just looking for a fix. Okay, you're looking for a drug fix, we need proof. Because you don't look like a sickler. A sickler looks like what, doc? Frail, skinny, malnourished. You don't look like that. But yet, you still call me a sickler, doc. Why is that? Don't call me a sickler.